Margaret, and for this course 8152 I'm presenting a topic on the perception of human development from both the Western context and the social cultural context of human development. First, outlining this presentation, I will be focusing on how the understanding of human development theories arises from both Western and the socio-cultural contexts. Before going deep into it, I will briefly outline how it will go. First, we will look at different theories of human development, 3 from Western theories, and of course from the social cultural context. We will also look at why it is important for us to understand these theories and how it will be beneficial if they are well understood and applied in our field as teachers. Among many theories of human development in the West, Vygotsky's social development theory of human development states that children's intellectual growth really revolved around social interactions. In the West, or would I say in this modern era, there are a lot of things that we never taught in school, but yet children these days really know how to operate them. Even better than many adults could have. For example, the use of the mobile phones or the computers. There is no specific course offered for children to teach them how to use the mobile phone, or the children who cannot read any better, yet they are so confident in operating these devices. Why? It's because they used to do it on a daily basis, and they gradually gained confidence as they held it and developed interest to it as it is part of their social interactions daily. Looking at Jean Piaget's theory of cognition, it says that children learn and understand even more better when they grow up. This latter might represent different ages of their life experience. For example, in the sensory motor stage of Jean Piaget's theory, what they learn is only according to what they need, like crying if they are hungry, or having a balance to start walking, for climbing up this ladder in this life of wonder. So there is a different level of learning as the child grow up. From Bowlby's attachment theory, it highlights how the children's relations with their parents or any other primary caregivers, how they make them feel comforting, whether attentive or not, and how they respond to every single one of their movements, making them always feel assured that they are in good hands. This might not only be for the parents as they start to distance themselves from their parents and entering into our daily supervision. What influences could it be to them? As teachers, what vehicle of delivery mode do we have to make the children feel the same or be different from what they normally experience at home? Whether good or bad, children later turnout usually depends on what or whom their influences are like. That is according to Fennates et al. 2021. The psychosexual theory of Mr. Sigmund Freud, it states that we as humans develop emotions relating to our sexual stimulations, and they are varied according to ages as well. For example, Freud's first psychosexual development stage, known as the oral stage, is where babies usually use their mouths to incorporate their emotional feelings, like telling that they are hungry by putting anything into their mouth or sucking their own lips as they were breastfeeding or sucking from their bottle feeds. We could also tell from teenagers' experiences such as the broadening of the hips for girls or the change of the voices in the male's tone box, or even the growing of hair in the armpits, or the sexual stimulations of being as human in overall. This is how the human body develops over time. By contrasting the Western theories with the social-cultural beliefs of human development, the social and cultural variables are the most crucial aspects of teaching, learning, and making smooth transitions from infancy to adulthood, all throughout the process of human development. Vygotsky theory placed emphasis on how humans learn through interactions with each other, the environment, and individual emotions through experiences from physical education in the environment. For example, in the social and cultural life of the Melanesian people, especially in our culture, we held movement of bride price in a high regard because according to our belief it keeps society connected through all the necessary development required of the community. Also, by understanding Vygotsky theory, the development in the socio-cultural setting is much more concerned with the common output, or how the individual will behave in the outside world. With that, the child's learning is very much guided by potential influences like elders, the parents, or whoever has a high regard in the society, and share words and stories of history, delivering lessons on what are the values of the society, the families, and what are the morals that are highly regarded by the society. Vygotsky theory also places emphasis on individuals' involvement in the ongoing happenings around them. In the cultural context, for instance, in our culture, we had no specific program or time allocations for training the young generations how to paddle a canoe or build any of our local or traditional housing styles. But through the direct involvement of the youngs or even the little generations, they gradually knew and understood how to paddle the canoe, wave the stick of palm leaves, or even tie the knots to put together a complete house. Comparing these Western theories with the social cultural concepts of human development, the social cultural theories do differ as it focuses on the communal relationships towards the environment, the society, and attaining the common morals and accepted manners towards everyone, while the Western focuses on building the individual's personality or focuses on the details of individual more into account. In contrast, also the learning development in the social and cultural living is dependent on the society elders, on the parents, or potential influences, while the Western encourages more on individual discoveries or making learning more of independent. So, by looking at all these theories and acknowledging these theories from both views of human development, I would rather say that human development is more than just considering the change in the body figure or of the being. It includes more about the freedom of the individual persona, how you feel, or how I felt about myself in every growing stages that mentioned in this presentation. It might be better to see it as a collaboration of different lines that make up this perfect spider web. The different mesh size of the web represents the different levels of curves that life might offer to each individual or pulls upon each one. Little bit about the spider itself. They have different kinds of mesh alignments. So as for us, the humans, having different cultural behaviors and values, but we all have that common sense of having the moral towards humanity, life of freedom and joy. To me, as a teacher, understanding the culture of the students' diversity will be a priority. This is because the learning of the students depends on how I approach to their learning level and their values towards how they see education for themselves. Considering the other influential factors along this learning journey, all they'll need is guidance and directions, which can be given only if we know the student more better. For example, the animation of this moving galaxy represents the whole world and its environment. At the center, the yellow figure is the child. It might be frustrating for them to grasp everything we taught them in the class theoretically, because they are also interacting with other influences outside of the class. Looking closely at the animation, the planets close to the center rotate faster than the outer planets, as strong gravity is acting on them. This is how we as teachers will do our best by understanding these theories, how positively influence the personalities and new people that we nurture for the world today and tomorrow. Once again, thank you for the time.